In a world where we race against time and push the limits of speed as we unveil the ultimate collection of heart-stopping arcade racing games, it's the realm of speed, skill, and unforgettable moments. With its thrilling action and countless hours of entertainment, it has captured the attention of gamers all around the world. From breathtaking drifts to mind-boggling speeds, these top 10 arcade racing games are about to take you on an adrenaline-fueled roller coaster ride you won't soon forget. We're going to starve our engines and dive headfirst into the realm of arcade racing. At first, we will talk about Cruis'n Blast. Since Midway published the first Cruis'n game in arcades back in 1994, the series has become a stalwart in the arcade gaming industry. The checkpoint racer Cruis'n Blast challenges players to finish routes throughout the globe in a set period of time, with the time restriction getting longer as they pass more checkpoints. Cruis'n Blast may not be the most inventive arcade racer available, but the selection of available cars and trucks is what makes the game stand out. There are the standard legal automobiles, and then there are the more absurd ones. This arcade racing is for you if you enjoy riding unicorns or hammerhead sharks. Then the next one on our list is Hang On. Who says motorcycles can't have some fun too? Typically, when someone thinks of an arcade racer, they'll imagine fast automobiles executing feats or drifting around corners. Even though there are fewer bike-themed arcade racing, the list does contain titles like Road Rash, which many people still associate with happy childhood memories. Still, Hang On could be what you're looking for if you want the finest of the best in this particular subgenre. With its own rideable motorbike, Sega's arcade racer from the 1980s, Hang On stood out among other games in a lineup of standard arcade games and attracted a lot of players' attention at the arcades. Now let's talk about the Buck Up and Drive. Fighting games have a strong hold over the arcades alongside racing games, but there has never actually been a game that combines the two genres. It is a game that lacks an arcade cabinet, yet would definitely belong among titles like Time Crisis was developed by Fabio Fontes despite the fact that they are so radically different. Buck Up and Drive, which is modeled after games like Outrun, challenges players to complete a variety of courses as quickly as they can while using stunts, drifts, and boosts to do it. What sets Buck Up apart from other arcade racers, though, is its control scheme, which uses quarter circles turns on the control stick, like a fighting game, to swipe cars off the road. Apparently, cops don't appreciate you when you do sick moves like grinding guardrails with a supercar. Spoil sports. Our next game is Hydro Thunder. Imagine a world where very fast, autonomous speedboats cruise through jungles and soar over ramps. That's an overview of Hydro Thunder. Just be careful not to fall into a tree headfirst. There are many video games that have you driving around an underwater version of New York or around the Arctic Circle in one of the greatest yet riskiest vehicles you'll ever own. There are also a few rides available. There are a few video games that highlight the beauty and excitement of water racing, proving that racing isn't limited to land-based vehicles. Hydro Thunder pits players against other racers, with the difference that this time you're taking to the water and battling the waves with your rivals. Hydro Thunder really swims rather than sinks, featuring boats that vary in speed and movement, as well as tracks that get harder as you pile up the victories. Now we'll discuss the Outrun series. Another classic from Sega, Outrun has long been credited with being the foundation for the idea that watching the sunset while cruising in a Ferrari with your significant other in the backseat is the peak of bliss. The image by itself has established Outrun's status as one of the greatest racing games ever made. The classic 5-stage, choose-your-own difficulty experience is still there, but there's a full career mode complete with unique races and mini-games, improving the longevity of this classic game immeasurably. It's exciting to compete against a group of hungry riders. However, there are times when we just enjoy hopping in the car with our particular someone and driving until we are completely exhausted. The soundtrack is still excellent today, which makes the straightforward process of driving to new spots as quickly as you can while the in-game meter is counting down so satisfying. Make sure you play Outrun, Turbo Outrun, Outrunners, and Outrun 2 if you haven't previously. Next, we will discuss Need for Speed Unbound. Are you prepared for your next racing journey? Get Need for Speed Unbound if that's the case. You'll be forced to compete in the Grand, a racing marathon in the most recent installment of the hectic series. 4 weeks of racing will be held for you to demonstrate that you are the best driver. Many of you will enjoy the arcade racing style, which guarantees that you'll spend hours playing the game. Additionally, just the personalization will keep you busy. You may customize the appearance and feel of your automobile as you desire, making it a perfect manifestation of your personality to drive. So why are you still waiting? Now let's talk about Trackmania Turbo. Trackmania puts you in your car, drive as quickly as you can, and pull off as many tricks as you can. This racing experience is genuinely unique and unlike anything else on the market. You may play a variety of single-player and multiplayer modes in Trackmania Turbo, Both the campaign and double driver exist. In the latter option, two drivers share control of the same vehicle. Crazy. Additionally, there's a split screen for 4 players, which is a throwback and quite uncommon in modern games, as well as the option to create random racing circuits using the in-game editor. For those who want the wildest songs and most extreme speeds, this package is really entertaining. The track editor will be your new favorite tool if you enjoy creating your own and embarrassing other players with your inventions. Pick it up. You won't be let down. Moving forward, we have Need for Speed. Most Wanted, Need for Speed. Most Wanted is elevated by new trappings while maintaining the original game's charm. Building reputation is still the goal of the game, and these boss fights are unlike anything else in arcade racing games. The goal is to confront the 10 popular racers. Players may immediately start careening and drifting through Fairhaven's city streets like a pro thanks to the game's rapid and friendly handling. Most Wanted is all about being defiant. That can entail driving about in a hot vehicle collection that has been customized, dodging ad police cars, or even crashing down billboards that have the profile images of your buddies on them. Next game which we are going to discuss is FlatOut 4, Total Insanity. Total Insanity makes a strong effort to live up to its name. A more balanced racer like Project Gotham Racing 4 and a pure arcade racer is how cars feel. That makes it simple to manage your vehicle in FlatOut 4's several game types while the heat is on. There is a fun single-player career mode with a variety of vehicles and track locations, but there are also mini-games like a stunt mode where you eject your driver to hit a target, or a humorous beer pong variation. It's a lot of fun to play a deathmatch game in an arena, and FlatOut 4's incredible destructibility makes it all possible. It never gets old to watch as vehicles and rails age. The second last game we'll discuss is Wreckfest. Wreckfest captures the adrenaline of destruction derby action similarly to FlatOut 4. However, it places a greater focus on rewarding player talent due to its extreme driving model and meticulous automobile destruction. Damage may have a significant impact on how a car handles, since it causes it to be severely beaten and deformed. Even automobile debris stays on the track, making each successive lap more difficult. The AI drivers present a hard challenge as they dive bomb and T-bone you out of the way, making things even more difficult. Because of this, players are always in danger and must adjust their driving tactics as needed. Last but not least, we'll talk about Hot Wheels Unleashed. Hot Wheels Unleashed shows that the popular licensed toy line can function as an arcade racer. The careful attention to detail in-game is evident that developer Milestone shares our passion for Hot Wheels. Every plastic car has little touches like fingerprints, a made-in-China label, and flaws in the paint finish that are meant to make you grin. Players that learn drifting and find track shortcuts are rewarded since the handling is simple to grasp. Additionally, because of their realistic scale, the songs themselves wind up being a genuine highlight. These games, whether you're an experienced racer or just a casual player, are sure to stoke your love of speed and leave you itching for the next exhilarating journey. So refuel, hit the course, and preserve the arcade racing spirit. Thank you for watching our video on the top 10 arcade racing games. We hope you enjoyed it and discovered new favorites along the way. Subscribe to our channel and get ready for more exciting content coming your way.